Well, hello everybody. I trust you are well and enjoying the autumn season. It's been bitterly cold in Scotland the last few weeks, or last week or so really. It's like it's bypassed autumn and gone into winter, yet a lot of the trees still have a lot of green leaves on them. It's certainly interesting, and the seasons, are in a very interesting state at the moment. But speaking of seasons, today I have something I'd like to share with you with regards to the winter. Now, the winter is an interesting time of year. Some people love it. They love being inside with the fire on and cozied up with a hot drink. And other people find it really, really challenging. It can be quite lonely, it can be quite isolating, and they find the dark nights really cold and depressing. Now, regardless of what camp you fall into, it's clear that the winter season can be quite contrasted for many. But there's no denying that these darker nights evoke something within us in some ways. And I often find that the winter months are the perfect time to study something and also to go within. And that's what I'm going to speak to you about today. It's about an offering that I am offering this winter called the Winter Wellness Club. And whether you love winter and you'd like to develop a deeper connection with this season, or if you really struggle at this time of year and you feel some guidance and community would help you to navigate the next few months, then I hope this offering will be of interest to you. Now, just a little backstory here. When I was a child, I really enjoyed the winter. I used to dress up in my little snowsuit and I'd go out into nature. Had some really fond memories of sledging with my dad, running up and down the hill, zooming down again, building snowmen, and I'd always feel, excited when the snow started coming at the prospect of having a snow day from school. But then as I got older and reached my late teens, my relationship with the winter completely changed. I found it very depressing, very cold, very isolating, very lonely. I really didn't look forward to it. I really didn't enjoy it. And in fact, from September onwards, I used to be like, oh my gosh, the nights are coming in. And there used to just be this sense in me of dread. And then a couple of years ago, it hit me. Living in a country like Scotland, we obviously have 4 seasons. And if I feel this way about winter, this dread towards winter, then it means that a quarter of my life is spent not enjoying the season that I'm in. And I began to learn more about nature and the seasons and what they represent, as well as delving into mindfulness, both as a practice in itself, but also doing mindfulness through photography. And over the last few years, my relationship with winter has begun to become enriched. I've started to realise that this time of year is about going within. It's about slowing down. It's about resting. It's often about contemplation and reflection and taking that time to allow ourselves to recharge. And from a photographic perspective, I've realised how beautiful going out in those daylight hours can be, but also having the opportunity to witness the sunrise and sunset, and then at night to see the stars and the moon and the beautiful light that has, casting on the landscape around us. And now my relationship with the winter is, I'm not going to say I love it as much as some of the other seasons, but I don't dread it anymore. And there's certain elements that I really look forward to. And at the start of this year, in January, I set myself the challenge of going out every day into nature with my camera. And I made a video about it. If you'd like to watch it, I'll put a little link up here. And it was really interesting how going out every day and doing something I love and making sure I went out in those hours where there was daylight, it was amazing how much my mood shifted. And last weekend, the clocks went back here in Scotland, and I've heard so many people this week saying how much they're dreading the winter. Instantly, they feel like the light's gone out. They aren't looking forward to the next few months ahead. And it got me thinking about how can I support those of you who follow my work this winter on a deeper level, because YouTube is fantastic. You can come on here, you can get inspiration, and for many of you it does give you some motivation to head outdoors. But there's also this thing with YouTube where you can be inspired, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to actually go out and do anything. And it also, you don't have any structure, specific exercises or accountability to give you that extra boost to head out there and to really embrace this season. So I've been thinking about ways that I can offer something this winter to help those of you who do struggle through the winter to get through it, but for those of you who also enjoy the winter, to connect with it on a much deeper level. And this is where the Winter Wellness Club comes in. Now, a few videos ago, I was down in Midlothian with Brian Nicholson, and we were speaking a little bit about the Photographic Connections community, which was an offering that I launched in 2023. It lasted for 14 months, and then I brought it to an end. I loved having an online community. It was great to meet a number of you and to develop really interesting connections and to share monthly themes with you and give us some guidance and support. But I found continuing that on a consistent basis was quite a challenge in the end. And I do take my hat off to anybody who consistently runs a community for years and years, because it is quite a lot of consistency to pour into something. And I've realised through reflection that I work best when I offer things in containers, whether that's a retreat, a workshop, or some sort of online course that has a start time and an end time. So what I've done with the Winter Wellness Club is I've brought everything that people in the community loved back, but also given it more structure and a time period to get us through the winter. So starting on the 10th of November, the Winter Wellness Club is going to be launched, and it's going to go on through the winter and complete its cycle on the 1st of March. And this is going to be a fantastic opportunity for us to get together, to connect, to go through mindful photography exercises and to reflect this winter in community together. So if you like the idea of having some guidance, some mindful photography exercises and meeting like-minded people online this winter, then the Winter Wellness Club has really been designed for you. This month in November is going to be the introductory month, so we're going to get the chance to introduce ourselves, get to know our fellow journeyers, and I'm going to share some exercises with you to start to get you to slow down, to notice things around you, as well as to share a guided audio file that I have called the 5 Senses Activation to help set the foundations and to ground you in what we're going to be studying throughout the winter. And then in December, we're going to be focusing on light, which is the essence of life and the essence of photography. And delving into this and exploring light on the darkest month of the year, I think is quite exciting, because we'll get to explore the interplay between natural light and artificial light, as well as the light of the day and the light of the night. So we'll be doing some great observational exercises around this, as well as focusing then on how we can photograph light throughout the rest of the month. In February, we're going to be focusing on movement, so observing movement around us, as well as our own movements and how that can potentially affect our photography. And I'm going to create a guided walking meditation for you guys to enjoy, to try and give you that encouragement to head out in January, which is often the hardest month for most people, so that you can start to see and connect with nature on a deeper level. And then in February, we're going to be looking at textures and patterns, so you can start to notice the smaller aspects of nature, as well as the first signs of spring. So then when we get to the 1st of March and this container ends, you'll have many mindfulness and photography exercises to take forth with you into the spring and the rest of 2026, so that you can really begin to slow down and have that foundations in place to then continue with your mindful photography practice. So if you like the sound of this, the Winter Wellness Club is now available to sign up to. Full transparency, it's not free, it is £98, but that does include 4 months access to the community platform, monthly exercises and reflections, as well as 2 live group Zoom calls a month. And you'll obviously have access to the platform every day if you want, so you can share your images, hear from others, connect with others, and just have this real sense of community throughout the winter. So I hope you'll be interested in joining us. The more of us that get involved with this, the greater the learning and the greater the connection that we can create. And like I say, whether you love winter and you want to connect with it on a deeper level, or you find it a struggle and you could benefit from some sort of guidance and community this winter, then this is a great offering for you. I'll put the details here for my website where you can sign up. I'll also put it up here and in the description box below. So essentially you sign up through my website, and then on the 10th of November I will email you the link to sign in to the community platform where we can begin connecting together. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. The best way to get in touch with me is via email, and I look forward to connecting with some of you on a more personal level through this winter, and guiding you forwards on your journey. And of course, I'll still be here on YouTube. There's probably not going to be a video tomorrow for this week because I've been running quite a few workshops this month, as well as creating this club for us all to enjoy this winter. And while I have 2 videos partly filmed, I've not had a chance to complete them or edit them. But I will be back next week with a fresh video for you all to enjoy. But for now, may you consider joining us on the Winter Wellness Club this winter. And I really hope this will be a great offering to bring us together, to guide us through the winter, and to offer us some support and inspiration to get you set for 2026 and the year ahead. Thank you so much for watching. Wishing you a very blessed day, and I'll see you all again soon.